Hipster comb over. Oh yeah, let's do this. You know, thank God, even with some tornadic activity today, looks like things are gonna be okay. Just really wet out here. But let's go ahead and get to work. Let's see what's going on with video comments. So I made a video yesterday, bald and bearded, lifestyle and aesthetic benefits. And our good friend, Dan Bobs, all the way from Europe, left me a comment. Oh, look at the beautiful water. I had somebody last week say they wanted to see me walk around stuff in America that's not just brown buildings. So after the storms, all the tornadoes this morning, it just so happens the sun is out. I'm gonna walk in the park, look at all the beautiful nature. So for whoever asked for that, we got plenty of nature in this video. And in the aftermath of the tornadoes, look, there's a branch that fell down from that tree. We've got puddles. I mean, man, so serene, isn't it? Okay, back to Dan Bobs. Dan Bobs says, quote, "I was wondering about selfies or profile photos to disguise our receding hairlines or baldness. When I was on Facebook, I made sure I wore my hat in my profile photos or took a photo from the side just showing my side hair and face." He goes on to say, "I feel the selfie generation can make the balding process pretty difficult," end quote. And my initial reaction is to immediately say, absolutely, totally. I've got nothing but empathy for you. I can imagine. I mean, here I am 35, so I didn't grow up on Facebook to the extent that younger viewers are that are in their 20s. You know, I'm mid-30s, so by the time Facebook became popular among my friends and I, a lot of guys were already losing their hair at that point. But if you're growing up in that, if you're 18, 19, 20, I mean, if you're coming out of high school and then you're the first to lose your hair at age 20 or whatever the case may be, I can imagine that's got to be a greater challenge than it is, you know, for me or for most people, and for people who aren't balding, you know. So here's what I'm going to say though, is I'm going to say that there's no shame at all in wearing a hat for your profile. There's no shame at all in turning a certain way for your photo, whatever would downplay that view. If they've got one thumbnail to look at you and that's what they're gonna go on, why not? What's the problem in that? Seriously, lots of trees fell today, this morning on the way to work. I mean, man, they're everywhere. Wow, like everywhere I look, I'm seeing down trees. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say is that yeah, no shame in that. I mean, if they've only got one picture to look at you, yeah, do a flattering shot. I mean, there's nothing hypocritical about that. Who doesn't? Look at any girl on Facebook. You better believe that they're gonna have the most flattering shot of them. So as a guy, you know, we don't care as much about our looks as most females do, and I don't think that's a sexist thing to say. I think that's a fact, right? I mean, but anyway, girls aren't watching this video anyway. But I think definitely, yeah, do it. Do the most flattering shot of you. Not only with your hair, but, you know, for me, here's something I think of often. You know that I'm in the correct weight bracket for my height and age, but even then, like, I'm not gonna have a picture of me on Facebook like this. I hope that it doesn't end up being the thumbnail for this for this video. That'd be awful. But I'm not like, you know, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna, you know. So that's just common, you know, Facebook profile picture knowledge. No hypocrisy, no shame. Wear the hat. Do the side shot. Totally cool, totally acceptable. Nothing hypocritical about it. I want to close with this though. I think the ultimate concept is this: Facebook has little true value in your life to begin with. So, and as I read on the comment, I see that Dan had said, looks like he's not on Facebook anymore. And I'm going to say, good for you. You know, I'm on Facebook more for business reasons, for my blog that I do. But I mean, call me a hypocrite, but I don't actually look at my newsfeed. I don't know what's going on in people's life. I put links to my blog on there for them to see, but I don't actually read theirs. I'm too busy making videos for my YouTube channel instead. So I'm thinking, you know what? Facebook is already by default superficial to a certain degree. where you're supposed to put on your best face anyway. If you don't, then, like for example, if you have something to say on Facebook and it's not positive, then you're a Debbie Downer, right? And people don't like that in their newsfeed, or they feel bad for you. Oh, hang in there. Sorry to hear you're having a bad day. Worst day ever. You know, that's all such nonsense. So good for you for getting off Facebook. Again, if I could, I would, but it wouldn't be smart from a business decision for me. So, absolutely wear the hat. Absolutely do the flattering pose. And absolutely, my heart goes out to anyone out there who's losing their hair at a younger age, you know, being more in the spotlight for that. But hey, just wear a cool hat. Do something cool for your photo, because that's what you're there to create an image that says, hey, I'm a cool, likable guy. Don't you want to be my friend? You know, and as long as there's good, positive energy in that, I'm just saying, hey, no shame in that. Great question. Thanks for asking.